Hi, this is Alec. This is Depth to False Music. No, I'm not using my real name. No. Depth to False Music, bringing you honest music reviews from the hills of Eastern Kentucky. And I shaved, obviously. I have a big, goofy-looking pouch where hair used to be. And I figure I get some requests out of the way. One of my friends told me, "Hey man, I really like your program. You should do DJ Shadow's Endtroducing album." I also got some requests for Band of Horses, White Stripes, and Queens of the Stone Age, so I might get around to doing that. I'm just trying to squeeze in as much reviews as I can when I have free time. Anyway, a little background. DJ Shadow is a really damn good electronic artist DJ. I think he's from California. He's released only 3 albums. He takes a long time between each album because he says takes 9 months for him to really feel finished with a song. And listening to this style of music, I can understand why. This came out back in 1996 on Moax Records or something like that, and it introduced the world to a new way of sampling music. He doesn't use just samples and then just kind of has people rapping over it. He is a pioneer of instrumental hip hop. He uses samples from various records, and in fact, I would say there's probably not an original melody that DJ Shadow's created. These are all from pre-existing records, but the way he molds them into an original melody is just completely out of the blue. This record is fantastic. It's one of my all-time favorite albums, not just to chill out to or get high to or just groove back to, but it's just one of my all-time favorite records of any genre, really. Rock, pop, electronic, whatever. This album infuses so many different styles of music into one. Obviously you have the real funky drums, which laying back, but you also have a very chill vibe too. You have a very psychedelic vibe. Some songs really rock too, and some songs are kind of jammy. And then there's kind of some Brian Eno ambient stuff going on in this album too. This record is completely unlike any other that came out at this time. You have to remember when this album came out. This is 1996. So this was before this big kind of wave of DJs doing instrumental hip hop came out. This was before like Refuse 73 or MF Doom or any of those guys. Jay Dilla was probably out doing this kind of stuff. But there's nobody really taking the art of sampling and instrumental hip hop like DJ Shadow was. He'd made a few singles before, but to really mold an album that flows so perfectly was completely unheard of. And he's influenced tons of musicians. He's influenced, of course, the big one I'm thinking of, Radiohead. Even said that on their song Airbag, that the looping of drums was influenced by Endtroducing. And this album is just, there's so many different atmospheres going on in this album too. You have this, kind of a party atmosphere of songs like the Number song, and then you have sort of this ambient, kind of chilled out mood on this song, Midnight in the Perfect World, and and I think What Does Your Soul Look Like is also very ambient. It's all over the map, really, and there's a lot of creepy sounds and kind of weird sci-fi horror movie cliches that pop up and down. But overall, it's a very funky, very loose, very fun album. I would easily give this a 10, but there's a few things that kind of knock it back from giving me the perfect 10. For starters, there are a few tracks on here that I'm just kind of that I just do not understand. And I'm talking about the really short kind of filler things where it's just like some guy talking and like a funky beat for about 30 seconds. I wish he kind of fleshed it out a little bit and made them real songs. I'm talking, of course, about the Untitled uh, thing about Jolly Ranchers and Why Hip Hop Sucks in '96 has a really good beat, and Organ Donor is just way too short. Organ Donor was later fleshed out on the Preemptive Strike album, which was turned into like 4.5 minutes, but on the album here it's only about 2 minutes. It's a real tease. So those three tracks leave me just kind of scratching my head going, what? I understand that they're musical interludes, but they don't feel like they belong to the album. Anyway, but aside from that, it's a really good album. If you're fans of the electronic genre, if you're wanting a fresh take on hip hop, electronica, and trip hop in a way, then by all means check this album out. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Originality, yeah, very original album. In a way, I mean, as he folds these old kind of records, obscure records that nobody's ever heard of, and molds them into his own songs. It's a highly original idea, and making whole songs out of these old beats or something like that, no one's been doing this before. The flow is wonderful. Aside from the three musical interludes, this is a fantastic record with a lot of great ideas being thrown in the mix. And it's a very open album. It still surprises me. I've listened to this album, I have no idea how many times, but it's still number one in my electronic book. And this is the album that nobody can top. Even DJ Shadow can top this album. And of course, I probably will be getting on to talking about the Private Press, but that's a whole other review. So anyway, this is Depth to False Music. I'm introducing a 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching, and thanks for the request, by the way. I hope you to get more soon. Anyway, peace, love your neighbor, and love yourself.